Yes, and this topic is really, really important for us because a lot of disorders now appear, not like before, is you can't really don't know the causative factors. That is, causative factors are the much important thing in Ayurveda, But as a practitioner or student, sometimes you puzzle, you can't get into your head why this person is sick. And there's all the right food they're eating, right the attitude they have for the life, and right, relationships, right living, and with everything, suddenly you heard the word is like, oh, that person is sick, and she got a terminal ill for some cancer or some other diseases. And then you just wondering why is happening to people now more than ever before, isn't it? You see, you can't get to the bottom of the the etiology or what's causing this problem. And karma came to that equation and explained to us why some diseases are manifest certain ways in a human body. And it is really interesting. But according to Buddhism, Buddha says, don't talk about the karma. No, because it is like unknown territory, and same times it's a never ending. And then when never ending thing, when you're going to go on and on, you are like in a cobweb. You trying to escape from that, but you can't. You more and more tangled with that karmic some web. And that means the Buddha says, don't go and find the karma or karmic effect. It is such a deep uh, subject. Some people can't understand, because it's like we talk about this life, last life, and samsara, and our future all together. What is effect on that our journey of life, or this whole existence? And then we are going to look it at a different way than we knows. We for example, if you have a flu, and you can get to the point, okay, I have flu because of I had eaten this one, or I gone outside and I have a cold, that's why I got a flu. And I got arthritis, yes, I have eaten such a food, and I have stress, and that I got arthritis. But these things you can identify as a nidana, as Ayurvedic doctor, and you can eliminate that causative factor, and then you can looking at the Rupa and Pura Rupa, that means sign and symptoms, and then you can you can eliminate the sign and symptoms by dealing with the nidana or causative factor. But you and me, we all together as a practitioners, we can sometimes have a puzzle. We don't know what to do with this. How can, for example, fertility couple come in, and they might have a correct food and nice relationship and really dear love, like a lot of good intention in their lives, and no stress, and all the things it's okay. They are very much okay. And then when you go into investigation, and they say your ovary is okay, your hormones are okay, your everything okay in your the organs, everything okay, and then they call it unexplained infertility. And that means they can identify why the sperm is not getting to this egg. It's perfectly normal egg, perfectly normal the sperm. They can't connect with each other's. Even they connected, the womb is not expecting that one and is destroyed. And this kind of puzzle, the normal science can't explain, and there's an unexplained to every disorders, they can't identify the causative factor, and they say unexplained, or the biology can't explain why this not happening, why this supposed to happen is not happening in normal circumstances. And then Ayurveda think this is a hidden concept, or hidden concept of disease beyond the known etiologies, beyond the known factors. We call this a karma, and we are going to learn about that, and we can discuss about that. And this is a very, very, very interesting topic. Okay. And Soumya, you can go back and forth. Okay. Yeah. And we are going to start, first, we can go to introducing what is karma in a way, like karma, the word has so many meanings. The karma, when you go to Ayurveda, we talk about guna karma. Guna means the attributes, and it has some effect. For example, there's this alcohol have a heating effect. When you drink and the alcohol have a heating effect, guna karma, guna alcohol have that effect. And then, for example, the person is a pitta increases, like when your guna is introduced into the body, the karma, pitta increasing, inflammation can start. And that is guna and karma. If somebody consume some pitta increasing diet, inflammation can start, guna, karma. And like that, we have that inherent and the relationship with the substances and its action. And we call this a guna and karma. You learn in Ayurveda. That's what we talking about the herbs. Herbs has guna and it has karma. And then guna mean, you all learn in a first year. And ushna, shita, lagu, heat, hot, cold kind of thing, the gunas, and they have a karma in a body, inflammation, or body, it's accumulation of kapha dosha, accumulation of pitta dosha, vata dosha, like that guna karma connection we have. And then we are going to, then one aspect, we learn about guna karma. In every substances in the world, they have some attributes and inherited some kind of action. And that's what is a guna karma. And even human beings, we have a guna. And according to that, I have a karma. That if somebody can have gunas like, like soft, gentle, and, outside, inside, heart, soft and gentle, that's always is coming karma like love and compassion and connection. But if somebody has anger, hatred, and disconnected with their heart, always is coming like karma, like some anger or some bad words, some unnecessary karma, kriya. And that is like because we all have gunas and karma. Guna mean the attributes and its action. And in Ayurvedically, we call this a karma is like considered as a cause of the disease. One part in Ayurveda, this called karma, is a cause of the disease. That's what we are going to discuss in this area. And do you know, in first year, we haven't learned in Ayurveda causative factor, etiology for the diseases and what cause you the disease. And in a very, minor way, we have five, we explain is under 5 categories. And first one is asatma indriyartha sanyoga. You remember that? Incorrect sensory organs, the sensation and sensory organs. Sensation and sensory organs. Sensation is, for example, is somebody has listened to loud music. Music is loud, sensation. And sensory organ is hearing. And then ears. And then is it good to have sensory organs stimulated. Somebody wanted to eat something nice. Somebody wanted to have listen to something nice. Somebody want to have seen something nice. So somebody has some other way around. That music can have loud and very disturbing and then abusive. Then when you have sensory organ abusive about sensory objects, and like that, it comes like asatna. Satna mean correct one. Asatna mean incorrect one. Incorrect connection with sensory objection and sensation, and it causes you some problem. For example, the physical example disorder is a tinnitus. When you go to doctors with tinnitus, they think, oh, we don't know what to do because we can't identify the causative factors. The Ayurveda, listening to loud music or loud sound, loud, or not listening to anything can cause you some sensory disturbance with the pathway is obstructing, and we call tinnitus. And then like that, asatma indriyata sanyoga, incorrect the sensory organs and sensation can cause you problem. Okay, and that's the first one. Second one is prajna aparadha. Prajna mean knowing. Prajna mean knowing, your wisdom, your intuition, and like everybody has somebody in within you is saying this right, this not right, this bad, this good, and that is called intuition. Everybody install the intuition before you come to earth. It is in the heart. We call it ojas, and you know what good and what bad, and intuition. And if somebody go against to your intuition, and it's called prajna aparadha, mean the criminality or aparadha mean, but in the light way, it is called go against your intellectual, not intellectual, intelligence. So prajna, what you're knowing, and you know that, but you still do that this is not right, you still do the act, and it's called prajna aparadha, go against your intuition, and not intention, intuition or buddhi, the intellect, or the knowing, the awareness, and this is called prajna aparadha. Prajna aparadha, as long as you don't know karmically there is a forgiveness. You don't know. For example, when I come to this country, a lot of people have gone away from spirituality, gone away from believing something, gone away from, identify yourself, who you are and everything. And then you suddenly come to a place like get to know yourself more, get to know what is good and bad, get to know what is, correct and right and wrong. And at that point, if you take a decision to do what is not right, and this is called prajna aparadha, and knowing that if you do that, and there's karmically, there is no forgiveness in there, because you know that why you did it. You know it is not right, that is bad, something you are going to um, uh, have, and then you doing it, giving you some bad karma. And the second one is prajna aparadha, mean knowing that and doing something you against your heart, and that's one is prajna aparadha. Okay, and then third one is called kala parinama. Kala parinama means with time we changing, like menopause. It is comes as a disorder, but it comes as like a change in the time. According to the timely disorders we have, we're going to have wrinkles, we're going to have some arthritis, or sometimes like osteoporosis when you're going older, and that is called kala parinama. With time it is changing, we are changing, and the us changing, that called kara parinam. And other thing is about the world, and some tornadoes, some tsunamis, some kind of flood, and that's also can give you diseases. It's called lokala parinam. Okay, and then the third one, krimi. Krimi mean the parasites, bacteria, virus, some pathogens, and this cause you some problem, and that's called some krimi. And these are the known etiologies, known nidana, incorrect subject and object, and then they go against your own wisdom and the time with some changes happening to us, and or the bring your disorders, and some parasite, bacteria, virus, and other pathogens. And then this, none of them is involved, but sometimes people are getting sick, and we call it is a karma vyadhi. There is some other category, we can't identify the why this disorder happened to any of them, and change please. And then we are going to understand this disorder itself, and how we classify it, and then what is the karma mean, and how the karma vyadhis happen to people karmically, why we going to get sick, okay, and why we have to understand the karma, why do we have to go after the karma, because causative factors are important, you see. Without eliminating causative factors, there is no cure. We all know that, and that means causative factors are very important. We have to know the causative factors very well, and then that is one of a advantage we all Ayurvedic doctors has. We are going to understand causative factors all the time talking to people, and then according to that we can treat and we can eliminate the disease. And sometimes, these many diseases are having unknown etiology. We can't understand, and that list, is keep growing. And how many people are in practitioners here? And sometimes yourself, you think, why I am okay, I've changed to Ayurvedic practitioner, I am doing all right, I eating right food, and I am seeing patient, why I feel like depressed? Why I feel like, I'm not 100% right? Why I feel like still I have digestive tract disorder? Why I feel like when you're hungry, I'm getting angry, And, these kind of thing is like you have experience, and our patients experience much more than ever before. They can understand why I'm getting sick, why I got sick, and I do all the thing you asked me to do. And last time is massage course. When I talking about chakra, and she's in a tears, and she said, nothing, you whatever you said, nothing I consume, but why I born with a one ovary and difficult to get pregnant, but I still got pregnant. I thought it's a karma, you still got pregnant. That is you overcome it with that. How you overcome, and then that is the way we had to look at the karma. But the thing is, sometimes we can't identify this causative factor, and then as Ayurvedic practitioners, you all should know to explain to people. Sometimes diseases have more connection than these known factors, and that's what we are going to identify today, okay? And these everybody in us, like you and me, everybody as Ayurvedic practitioner, we all, our perceiving, like our health, our one of a goal is being happy and healthy. And we all have that intention, don't we? Yes, we have to be healthy and happy and healthy. And that is our life goal should be, is it? But most of the time, we feel like we are either unhappy or unhealthy, and then we have to constantly looking for happiness and health. Happiness and health. And then in Ayurveda says, because if you're constantly chasing happiness and health, and it is interrupting your spiritual goal as well. And that means spiritual goal is not health and happy also. What is next thing? Spiritual goal is what next? How are we going to, end the samsara in a way, and this is next goal. And that means Ayurveda always think is like there is the spiritual dimension to that, health, happiness, plus who we are and what we able to do in this planet, and did we do right thing with our existence. And this whole thing with that, we can feel like we justify our living, don't we? Yes. And otherwise, we are chasing the health and happiness, health and happiness, health and happiness. More you chase health and happiness, more you're going to be unhealthy and unhappy, because your spiritual pillar is missing. When the spiritual pillar comes, even you a little bit unhappy, little bit unhealthy, you can feel like, okay, I have to overcome it. This is the way is this come to me to learn something for my soul. Experiencing depression. Why experiencing depression? My soul need to be identify this suffering and how to overcome it. And that's what we are having, this uneasiness with us, depression. I have, sometimes we can say, I have arthritis, I have cancer. Okay, I have cancer, and then I have this, that, and then this, you have the soul contract. With that, I come with this to experience some karmic effect in my, that is like your baggage. You have one by one have to empty. At this life, I get cancer. Next life, I have motorbike accident. This other life, I have 2 children. Other life, like that, I have to experience some karmic, the passage I have one by one. I am existing with it. And then after we come here, we can't say, oh, no, I'm not doing it. You have to experience it, the whatever it is, depression, anxiety, or some death or cancer, we have to experience it and overcome with that. Suffering is the other way, like nice way, not like more suffering. Like if you have a cancer or any other disorder, you can just say, oh, I'm poor me, poor me, poor me. Or you can say, here, I take it and let's see what comes out with that. And how can I help myself and others with this experience I'm having? And that means you're going to overcome with your suffering. And that's what Ayurveda says about the spiritual connection, dharmic connection. And Ayurveda says, that's what Ayurveda explain for Purushartha. This is called Purushartha. Dharmartha mokshanam arogyam mulamuttamam. That means Dharma, Artha, Kama, Mokshana, Arogya. Arogya means being health. Mula Muttamam, the pillar to our spiritual, physical existence is living with the Purushartha, Dharma. Live dharmically. That means understand the universe and you, microcosm and macrocosm, and me and the universe. And this connection, we have to maintain this connection, and not doing, it's like your intuition again, not doing anybody to harm, and not doing anybody to a curse or, like kind of thing, like dharma, give and take relationship, identify from the universe and you, and existence, not even universe, your people in front of your friends, anybody, dharma, understand your connection and your relationship and your responsibility and duties, and that dharmika living. Dharmika means spiritual living. And artha, like, oh, you all, I'm really happy because you are having your artha right now. That means, you come out with you learn Ayurveda, you have some sort of knowledge now, and same times now some sort of understanding who I am and what I should be doing to earn money, and I should be doing to help other people, and through that I can have my living, and I can help others, and I can help myself. And that means artha. You are finding your artha. Who am I? What should I do? And that make my living, and that artha. And the kama means satisfaction of yourself, You, like Daisy, want to sing your heart out, and, the Hari wanted to make with the, people happy with the other people suffering, and make them happy with your company. And like that, karma, you satisfied yourself, you satisfied others with your sense organs and your, like your connections, like if you want to eat something nice, eat and enjoy it. And if you want to see something, and you can see it, enjoy it. If you want to have a sexual relationship with somebody, and do it and enjoy it. And that all called karma, giving you karma to, like whatever the satisfaction to your body and your mind. And this called karma. And then moksha, you have to identify the fourth pillar is much deeper. The moksha. Moksha mean is like, change. Moksha mean is like, what should I do for my existence and my next life? What should I? Is that it? And living and dying in between that's it? Or is that more to? Is the journey? This is the temporary accommodation we running, we living. And then that you should identify the temporary accommodation we living. And then, if you want to have a good accommodation next time, or bad accommodation next time, is up to you. And it is like moksha. And identify the samsara, what next? And that's all called moksha. And this also very interesting thing. And if you not have a question mark in there just now, you're not too late. And you have to still find out why I'm here, what my prospects are, what next, where are we going, what we doing. And this, you need to answer that. It is spirituality, is the nirvana, is the moksha, is the, heaven, whatever it is. And you have to identify this, your journey, where you are in the sansara, your journey, what next. And that is that Ayurveda says in these four pillars, purushartha. Purusha artha mean, purusha mean me, purusha, your existence. Artha mean your, prospect, what you should do, how do you live. And that's called Ayurveda Purushartha. And then one, live according to Purushartha, and then karmically is some justification there. What is that justification mean? You're going to, hit, or you're going to run over by a car. And somebody, instead of you, somebody is just passing through, is push you out of the place. And it's not a coincidence, karmically. But your good karma sometimes make you dilute a little bit of your existing karma to happen, is diluting yourself. And that's what is a karma, is a good way of thinking. It's always, is like when you do good deeds in this life, even the last life, some bad karma had to happen to you, is like prevented. Not even karma never prevented, it's happened, but it's happened in a diluted form rather than fully formed. And that's another thing, like somebody can have accident. Instead of losing their life, they are losing their limb, one of a limb. Still they can live, and they can justify their karma. And like that, when you have that good living, when you live like that, sometimes karma also get like, like, oh God, I can't fully manifested with person because he's good. Don't kill him and lose a leg is fine. Like that. This is how the karma is manifesting within you when you're living in a dharmic frame. And it's not a frame. Dharma is not a frame. Dharma is always a freedom. And if you live as that kind of freedom within that, with going through this like pillars, and then you can see your karma is like, rather than you collecting bad karma, you can diluting your karma, because we all have karma. We don't know the time is illusion and all things is maya. Everything is illusion. Time is another form of illusion. We think we have time. Who tell you? Who justify that time for you? And that means time is something you think we have, but it is again some kind of maya. Like it's nobody knows. Sometime you can give the terminally ill person, so you can live 2 years, and then husband think, okay, I can look after that person for 2 years, then I will give everything. And suddenly what happened? Husband will die, the person will stay another 20 years happily. And that's what is a time is. And you can't predict anything. And that means, you have to ready for, like whatever happened, to take this to body and breathe and let go. And that's what is like Ayurveda says. And then you can say a little bit, this is free. And before we go any further, we have to know about how the karma is manifesting, the mechanism of karma. Karma, what is the karma? How the mechanism of karma, how can you make a karma? Are they good or bad or neutral? And what is happen when you make this karma to yourself and in the future or your next life? And understanding the mechanism of karma is the key to your liberation. Okay, in Buddhism and Ayurveda both describe how the mechanism of karma. And the first thing is we call aramuna. Aramuna means you are taking some perceptual awareness. Perceptual awareness means whatever your sensory organ is taking some awareness. Awareness you're taking by seeing, being, doing, and things like that. Otherwise, if you don't know anything you see, identify, it's not awareness. And awareness means awareness coming from the beginning of your life. The perceptual awareness at the newborn to the newborn baby is not knowing mother is coming. And suddenly, after 2 minutes later, they know the mother because they're giving the milk. The perceptual and milk, the child tasting the infant tasting the milk, then identify my mother has milk. That is my connection. And and awareness, perceptual awareness is coming from the beginning of your life and then it's developing. And then that's what we have all with the memories with the perpetual awareness, and that we call aramuna. Every day, every minute we take in some awareness to our brain. It is, even if I see this, my see my fingers, and you can see the fingers, but the whole hand is existing here. You don't see only the fingers. You can focus the fingers, but you can see whole arm here to there, and that means perception is like that. You see one thing, your focus going to one thing, but you have seen all the time other things. Sometimes you're aware of it, sometimes you don't aware of it, but you have, with knowing or without knowing, you take in so many information to your brain from your perception, from hearing, seeing, eating, or whatever you're taking. And then your mind justify it. Sometimes you react to that. Sometimes without any sensory organ, your mind involved with some kind of objections, like with seen before something, or whatever the food you have eaten before, and you have love for somebody or something like that. You, without even sensory organs, your mind occupy with some aramunu, some awareness. Some awareness means some kind of, you aware of it, that my brain is okay. You're going to sleep and you lie down in a bed, and then you note your sensory organs all collapse, but you still want to have a ice cream. Why is that? Because your mind occupy with some, what you seen, brain to the place and occupy and give a sensation to you. And this whole thing we call is a karma, is happening all the time. Just when you sleep, it have a break, and the mind has three kind of the state, and waken, sleeping, and dreaming. And waken, and you have all, if you waken place and you have these all awareness going around you, sometimes you have some focus, sometimes you don't have focus. But when I see this room and I can see you, but I can't see behind things, I can't see anything, I can see everything and you. And that means, we focus to one thing, but loads of things we seen. And same times, mind also the same. Whatever we seen before, we memorize it and get the sensation to our brain. And it is also a karma, And then how much karma we collecting? Taking and processing, and we eating, sleeping, whatever we doing, and then we thinking, and again we accumulating some kind of form of karma. And then when you go to sleep, everything finished and you in a peace, But people can't in a peace sometimes. They have more things like dreaming, dream stage. And dream mean again, regurgitate your memories again. And this is also happening within us. And we all this call aramunu, mechanism of taking things to yourself. Awareness, perfectual awareness with the mind, we call first thing is happening. Then perfectual awareness happening, what we do normally. And we have Vedana, sensation to that. The awareness bring you sensation, either pain, either pleasure, either neutral. And seeing or hearing or being or dreaming something, or the dream waken stage, we have that sensation come into our mind or the body. And that sensation have three way we justify within body. And one, that sensation, we feel like, oh, it's really nice. It's really pleasurized, and it's a pleasure, my pleasure to have that person, seeing the person and having the food, having thinking about some is pleasurable. And that's one thing. And pain, different part, other parts side of the coin. And I have suffering when and my ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, oh my God, I can kill him, knowing him, taking to consider to the like his name and his something, and giving you dukkha, like unpleasant, unhappiness. Or we call upeksha. Upeksha means there's no sensation whatsoever. You can say, take a look at your ex-boyfriend, you'll feel nothing. Love, no. Anger, no. Anything, no. That's just neutral. And that means you can see that place, I'm over it. Because you don't feel like any of that is happening with you. And that called upeksha. Lot of things are there. There is two words in Sanskrit, the apeksha and upeksha. Apeksha means hope. Upeksha is no hope, nothing. Everything has gone, And that upeksha and apeksha mean then we come to the neutral. Nothing you feel. And that means has to feel through you, not like, oh, I don't feel nothing about seeing. It's like it's words. But sometimes you have feelings like, I don't feel anything for this. I don't feel any, not even that. You eating a really nice chocolate cake. You don't have the sukha, pleasure or pain, like unpleasantness or anything, dupeksha. And that's what monks experiencing. And that's what their food is nothing for them. Because they have upeksha. They have no pleasure, no pain, just the food to get by the body. Body has to go through this life. And that means everything, like in higher spiritual people, they practicing upeksha. Upeksha means nothingness with any sensation. There's zero. No taste. Very tasty food, they give it to you, or there's no taste, they say, thank you very much, they go and eat, that's fine. And why? There is upeksha, there is neutral, and they're hearing something, somebody can be very much insulting you and scolding you and doing almost of nasty thing to you, and you don't feel nothing. And same time praise, somebody praise you, somebody put a garland on you, somebody, and they both feel like nothing. And that is like very, very interesting point. People practicing, like monks practicing and spiritual crowd practicing the upeksha. There is no apeksha, there's no hope. There's no hope to other people to make me happy or sad, because I'm not going to be happy or sad. Whatever you do, I'm neutral. Whatever you say, you sing my praises and you kill me, I'm the same. And that called upeksha. And then Vedana is coming, like sensation fluctuating with three things. We have upeksha as well, not only monk. We have sometimes, and pleasure, pain, and no pain, no pleasure. We are in some neutral position. And then that's called Vedana, okay? And first thing, you have the aramunu or perceptual awareness and the mind. And then we have a sensation and pleasure or pain or neutral. And that's called Vedana. And then Vedana can justify by karma, the action, according to this pain, pleasure or upeksha, we are taking the action to karma, and then if you feel like, pleasure, your thoughts, your mental action is pleasurable, and your speech is pleasure, and you do the nice dancing, singing around the physical activities. The feelings is dukkha or sadness, you cry, you're howling, you kick and you hit and you scream. And according to this Vedana, sensation, you get action. Action means karma. Karma is justified by your mind, thinking, your speech, talking, and your physical activities like, hitting, kicking, anything like that, and this, your karma is that. Your karma is that. Whatever happening through your body, you justify your Vedana through your karma. The sensation through karma, like sensual the perception, and it's justifying with your body, and it is you give the identification, it is a pleasurable or pain, or is a neutral one. According to that, you get the karma. Body is justified, like I have to shout at her because I feel bad. I have seen my husband or my something doing naughty thing, and then I feel like, oh, really bad, like I'm sad, I'm angry. And according to that, your the thoughts comes, I can kill you. Okay, I going to, scream to you, and I'm going to physically hit you. And this is all the karma we collecting. Either good or bad, it doesn't matter. We collect the karma. That is the mechanism. Perceptual awareness, and this. Then after that, the sensation, and sensation, according to sensation, action, the karma. And this karma, whether good or bad or natural, it doesn't matter. The karma is karma when the chetana is there. We will go to see what is the chetana, and this, what we're doing is all by karma. That karma always not adding to our package, adding to our baggage. And until you find your chetana, what is your chetana? Chetana means, we will going to explain it again. Okay. Chetana means the intention. If it is not intention, the karma is not adding to your baggage, the bad intention. Intention is the one is giving your karma, good, bad, or ugly. And intention is the Buddha says, Chetana ambikave kammam vadami. That means Chetana is like your intention is the one who's justifying your karma, nothing else. For example, like some wild animal like tiger is chasing the little child and going to kill the child. What you're doing is, to save the child, you kill the animal. And then at the end, you kill the animal. You kill somebody. Is that a karma? Is there a karma? Adding to your baggage the karma? No. Your intention is what? Saving a child. And that point, even you doing some bad thing according to the world, you kill animal. You see? But the intention is that killing the animal, not like I kill the animal to eat, I eat the animal, or I have to harm the animal, I have to kill this animal. You didn't go to that intention. What is the intention is, I have to save the child. And that means, even though you're killing the animal, there is a forgiveness. There is no forgiveness, but it's not adding to your baggage. And it is because your chetana wasn't there. Your intention wasn't there to harm anybody. Your intention to not to kill anybody. Your intention is very pure. I have to save this child. And you did that. At that point, you done something people think is bad and you think bad. You feel like, oh my God, I killed a tiger. What should I done? How do I justify myself? How do I justify this? But you can justify. You don't have to justify. The karma will justify. The intention will justify your karma. And that means Buddha clearly say, Chetana ambikave kammam vadami. The chetana or intention is good, mean your karma is not adding to your baggage. But if you see you're going for hunting, what is the chetana? Chetana means the intention. I have to kill animal and I have to eat it. Yes, is karma adding to your baggage, and it is there. You kill animal. But in that place, you don't add, even though you kill animal, it's not adding to your baggage of karma. And that means, what should be pure within you? The heart. Your heart is where intention coming where? Chetana is from your heart. Your heart is, you can put your hand to your heart and say, I did the right thing. According to my awareness of life, I did the right thing. And the karma not adding to you. And karma is like, otherwise, there's a loads of everything we do karma. We eat a chicken and we karma, and people think, oh, I can't eat animals' meat, I do karma. No, you don't do any karma. Your intention not killing to animal, your intention to not to, something, like, kill the world, all the animal. No, you just eat something and not having the, to think about like chetana, like I kill an animal to eat and killing has to be justified by you, like, okay, I killed the animal, then I have the sin, or I have the karma with you. And that means you have to really understand the mechanism of karma. Everything is not karma, and there is a perceptual awareness. To awareness, you have to have some sensation, and sensation to some reaction, and that reaction, the karma. But karma has the intention. Intention is there, the karma is going to the bad intention going to bad karma bag, good intention going to the good karma bag, upeksha is going to be another bag. And like that, that is the mechanism of karma. That's so beautiful. Listen, how you make a karma. How can the mechanism, if you don't understand the mechanism of karma, you say, oh, everything is karma. But no, your intention, pure, is karma is not adding to you. Even sometimes some people, for example, there is a rapist or somebody is something is there doing the act or something like that in front of you, and then you have to save the person, and you might have to kill the person, and then it happen in the world. It's happening all the time, and that means that person is murderer, and that the sin is adding to his karma bag. No, his intention is to save that person, and that means is karma not adding to their baggage at all. And that means intention is the very important thing in the karma mechanism, karmic mechanism. But what we doing is becoming bad karma, good karma is justified by our intention, not the action. Okay, and that's the mechanism of karma. And then we're going to learn about karma vyadhi. We categorize karma vyadhi in Ayurveda, and then adi adhyatmika, adi bhautika, adi devika, like that we categorize. This is I didn't do very much in Ayurvedic the course, because this is like a deeper. Then if I started that one, I couldn't finish with you. That's why I didn't do that. And then adhyatmika means the disease embodied with body and mind both. Disease caused to the body and mind, and mean the category hereditary, genetics, body and mind, from mothers and fathers, like matruja and pitruja we call. That means something wrong with the sperm and something wrong with the, like the ovum or the egg, and that cause a problem in the genetics to the person, newborn. And that call is hereditary disease, genetics, and that is called as a karma vyadhi. And it's why this child has to born in there. This is bad thing is happened with the mother and father. The mother, the father's morphology of the sperms are pretty bad, and then why child has to suffer because of that. And the child, this newborn child has some kind of birth defect. And how we justify or how we saying is that, what is this? It's not my karma. My father's sperm is like a little bit bad, and then why do I have to come and suffer in here? Because you're chosen. You're chosen, or you have a contract over there. I'm going there. I experienced that. And, otherwise I can't experience. How can I live without a leg? I can't experience the people insulting me, but I still have to rise above it. I have to experience that. And you chosen it. Even though the mother's, father's problem, you chosen it. You chose to be there, and that called genetical problems. And then we can't, finger that because of my father's this one or my mother's this one, it's happened to me. And that's like you chosen to be that. But second thing, congenital, the purely parental, and it is comes from your mother's behavior. Mothers, the child, the mother, when the mother carry the child and drinking alcohol, having drugs, and child born with some kind of disability. Even though child is experiencing that disability, there is some karmic, in the influence is doing by the mother. You see, am I right in here? Because knowing that you are going to have a child, you are pregnant at this moment, and you go and drink and smoke, and prajna aparadha, karmically is no forgiveness. Because everybody say in black and white somewhere, smoking can kill your child, smoking can blind your child, drinking can cause you miscarriage, drinking can cause you disability. And knowing that, somebody telling you, and somebody told you it's bad, and constantly your doctor told you, and constantly you hear things, but you're doing that, knowing that you're doing it, and that means karma, prajna parada to mother. At same times, the child had to experience that as well. There's both karmic influences there, the congenital, parental, paternal, maternal, some kind of disorders, and that called adhyatmic again. And constitutional lifestyle, causing you that journey, lifestyle causing your problem. That means constitutionally, that father can be vata, mother can be vata, they both have anxiety and some kind of the lunatic behavior, and child is constitutionally become vata, and they inherited more mother's father's thing, and constitutionally inherited this karmically, he happened to be there, the vata to Bonka's parents with, and that means person is inherited some constitutionally some kind of effect, and that is all called karma vyadhi and adhyatmic, body and mind cause you some disorders to the body and mind, sorry. And adi bhautika mean, like trauma, like caused by the external or internal trauma. Mostly is like like for example, somebody being, some people say wrong place, wrong time, wrong place, or right time. There's somebody who happened to be there, some gangster should be there, but the gangster absent, somebody is there, and then he get the hit, not the gangster. And that means, why you there at that time? Because karmically, you be there to some kind of karma is make you be there to have that injury to you, the trauma to you. And that call is Shatra Kruta, but don't worry about that, okay? That overstrain, the stronger, the fighting with all the time stronger people, strong, characters, strong. And that is also Adi Bhautika, like always, having a, like sometimes you go into one place to another place, you always have a bad neighbor. You go into other house, other job to another job, another job to another job, you have a bad boss. Your karma is there for this wrestling with the stronger the opposite person, or opponent, like your boss, and that's also, like another, Adi Bhautika karma. And injuries from the animals, for snake bites and flea bites, kind of what you call the tick bites, and people have some, they walking along the some kind of, riverbank. So suddenly, you have some animal, like the dog, attack you and kill you. And that is like karmically again, the Adi-Bhautika, and it's unpreventable, and you happen to be there according to your karmic, chart. It's a trauma. You have to experience that trauma. Is a trauma should be, kind of having to have injuries, life-threatening, rape, and like some kind of abuse, and these all things uh, are the Bhautika Vyadhi. And then Vyadhi means diseases, and this can be like that, or that is can be having a bad situation all the time to your life, or this somehow you've been attacked by something unknown, like animal or something like that. And this is all called the Bhautika disease. And again, it is happening to the karma, going to the karma Vyadhi. And Adi-Daivika. Adi-Daivika means that is quite disturbing to listen, but that shift, like kind of with the kala, time, like the tsunamis and volcanoes and some kind of eruption of something, you happen to be there, or some kind of planetary, some, like tornadoes, you happen to be there. And you have to, the people say, why the 1 minute, if I catch the train 1 minute before, I shouldn't be there. My daughter be survived. But why is happened to her? Why is happened to this? And the time with is connecting with the time with biological, physiological, or the event going on in the world is affected to yourself. It's called Adi Kala Balaprot. Divya Balaprot means supernatural. Supernatural means from the divine. And this is also happening, like it's like a divine kind of course, like some kind of spirit is inherited with you, coming to you. And then it's like, it feel like a sucking your blood, sucking your energy. Sometimes you can see some patients, when they have that inheritance, inherited some energy within them, they're sucking your blood, you're sucking your energy, and you can feel it. And that is called Adi-Daivika. Adi-Daivika means the Daiva Balaparut. Divya means this external cause, like, in Sri Lanka, India, there is some rituals for that, and then some Agni ritual, some, water rituals, and this kind of thing to get rid of the bad spirit within you. And that's called Divya Balapurad. And the Subha Balapurad is this, the changes within yourself can, like a dementia, and with the time, and you never know what the disease come from, but with the time that some kind of disease is inherited with you, and that is called Divya Bala Adi-Daivika disorder. Okay. And then these this some diseases based on karma can originate from current life. For example, you sometimes, say karma is a bitch, because why? It's will now and then it's like it's affecting to you, and like your husband has affair, and you cheated on you cheated on somebody with somebody, and you find out same day your husband has affair with somebody, and it's a karma. You can see something happening and same thing happening to you without a time and with a time sometimes, and you can justify it. Oh, that's why I did that one to that person. That's why it's happened to me. And then in your own, in front of your own eyes, you can justify it, and you can get the punishment just now, and that's called, originate from action. And then it is like, its current life is, you can feel like the karma is happening to you. And sometimes it is happening to you, but sometimes may not, or sometimes not clear, sometimes clear, but it's happening to some kind of karma effect is happening to you, but you don't know, why is happening to me. But your husband has affair, but you broke a leg, and why is happening to me, and why it's not broken his leg, and kind of thing. Sometimes it's happening to you, some bad thing or good thing, you can't justify is visibly. And it's unhealthy routines, like there's not obey the sadvruta mean eating food is a sadvruta. Vruta mean somebody has to live and somebody has to eat for it. Lunch, breakfast, lunch and dinner, people made it that breakfast, lunch and dinner, but you have inside hunger, some kind of intention, the intuition called hunger, the feeling, and because of the feeling you eat it, and this is called sadvruta. And that vruta means something you have to go through whole life doing it, and sadvruta means some good routine kind of thing. And then if somebody is really hungry, but to annoy somebody or to have some kind of punishment to anybody and you, they're not eating, they're becoming like anorexic, and they're not taking sadvruta, and then this can cause you some physical problem and mental problem too. And then somebody go against to something normal behavior, and then it is making it abnormal, like to annoy somebody, so to give some kind of punishment to somebody, and it is not doing the correct thing, not to go in the supposed to do, eating, sleeping, some drinking water, there's not doing it, and we can have some kind of effect, and it is karmic vyadhi as well. The includes unhealthy lifestyle, and it's again choice, choice. You're going against your choice, your intuition choice, intuitive choice is like knowing it, this I feel like I'm like, you can feel like, oh, when I drink alcohol, it's pleasurable for 2 minutes, and then in the morning I feel shit, why am I drinking, but you do it, you go against your pure conscious, pure mind, pure intuition, you go against to that, and then it's a lifestyle choices. My friends are going to have party, I'm going to have party, I'm drinking too much, and then it is okay, but some some extent, then you are not okay when you're getting sick, and when your lifestyle and life make you sick, and that's choices you're still doing it, and that is not very good, and that's called include the unhealthy choices you're making for yourself. And then other one is called purva karmaja. Purva karmaja mean karmic disorders due to the past life, you don't know, and that's what is like a lot of you knows about that, my past life actions, and give you this suffering to me, is called purvaja karma, like whatever you have done before. And sometimes is a fixed, definite outcome. For example, in Buddhism says, definite outcomes with some kind of past life action you have taken. If you kill your mother or father in a last life, if you kill a spiritual guru or somebody who spiritually awaken you, don't kill me. Okay. And if you kill somebody, or like your child, and not a child very much, it's your parents, your spiritual guru, or some the monks, enlighten some souls. If you kill or if you harm to these people, kill actually, it's fixed outcome. It's like you're going to get it next time. It's a fixed outcome. Nothing you can do about to prevent it, and you're going to have a much more bad karmic action, reaction for this nitya, definite outcomes. And anitya means uncertain or changeable outcome. And that's what we can aim for. Hopefully, we didn't kill anybody like gurus or the parents. Hopefully, last life. And anitya means some certain karma we did, outcome we can change. For example, like my sister's laughing at it. You're always going to hit yourself in a mountain, but you hit the little gravel and you've fallen down, that finish. And that means you're doing a good karma, kind of thing. And, you're going to have a big, like my husband had an accident, like 2-3 years ago. And everything, his car, the next, not his fault, everything finished. But he came with not even one single scratch on our body, and he's saved. And I thought, I can't understand still, and he can't understand too. But sometimes you can say that even though it's karma, this accident has to happen in that way. But if you do good deal, you might not kill yourself. You might not damage it. You might come with a little bit. Your car being, written off. Somebody's wall is gone. Somebody's other car is gone. Nobody killed or nobody died. And somebody's house roof going to be damaged. But it's all physical damage. We can replace it. But life has saved. And because of somebody has, that's what I say, when you do good karma, it is like your intention is clear, and chetana, intention clear, intention is clear, and you do good karma. Sometimes this outcome, even though you have a lot of baggage out in the past life, and it can dilute it. It doesn't happen the same way it should happen, because your good deed in this life is, make it a bit bearable, that effect of last life karma. Okay? And karma is not a wish. They give you, pathway to dilute it. And then we go and see how we dilute it. Okay? And that's how can we deal with the karma? It is really important. How can we deal with the karma? Karma means the action and the result of something we did, and the result is coming as a karma. And negative karma, like anger, greed, and ignorance, with that is negative karma is coming. Anger, greed, we call in Buddhism, raga, Vesha, moha. Moha means illusion, Maya. If you don't identify the Maya, the illusion, you have a Raga and Dvesha. Raga means attachment, and Dvesha means attachment is going higher and higher, and then having the Dvesha, anger. Attachment and losing it, you can get anger. Raga, Dvesham, and Moha. Moha means illusion. If somebody identifies the illusion of that, everything is nothing. Everything is a Maya, projection of some kind of perceptual world, our perception, and like our the sensory organs made this world for us. If you close your eyes, there is no world in front of you. If you're not identified before, it's all black. But if you identify your father, mother before, you can close your eyes, still you can see, oh, my mother is like that, my father is like this, my child is like that. But if you're born blind, what happened? Your visual world has gone. Then what is the world? And world is projection of our own perceptual organs and the mind. And if you identify that, and then Raga, Desha is going less and less karma we're making, and purifying karma means clearing your mind all the time, clearing your mind. And how can you clear your mind? Identify the Maya, identify this whole illusion. And then when you illusion identify, the attachment is going mean there is no anger with it, dvesha with it. And this three we call is the one key to the making bad karma, raga, dvesha and moha. And first thing is, the Buddhism says sammaditthi. Sammaditthi means the seeing the world as it is. But that means non-seen. Seeing the world as it is, sammaditthi. And if you knowing that, if you identify that, there is nothing to be conquered in here. It's an illusion, it's a Maya. And then these all things are explained very nicely in Ayurveda and Buddhism, both Raga, Dvesha and Moha. And that is the key to making karma and identify the negative karma associated with that. Like having attachment and anger and not knowing this is the projection, the world is projection, your own perception. And if you don't know that, you have collected the negative karma. Okay? And then we go to the how to deal with our karma. First one is regret. Regret is not very good word. Identify your harmful actions. Or regret, or you have to regret mean is a strong word. Identify your own karma, own harmful actions, and that is the first thing to deal with. And committed to not to repeat them. Your intention should be there to not to repeat that, and practice is sincere intention, and actually is not I say so, you practice that. Your intention should be there to, sincere intention has to there to identify my harmful action and not to repeat them. It has to come from your awareness, your intention, not somebody say so. And that is a purifying karma. Like it's a hard thing. The two things we can do. Identify your own action and vow to not to repeat them. But this one, practice with a good intention, because not I wanted to be a good person, I wanted this, no, intention is upeksha. There's not pleasure or pain with it. I be neutral and having the I don't want to show other people I'm a good person or bad person. That's what I'm not doing that. No, it is intention had to happen through yourself, and that one say off, and that's what the start to meditate the day with the prayer to the intention, your intention to not to harm anybody. Your intention is not to commit the same thing you have done with somebody, not to, I learn it from my husband all the time. If I go on to say something to him all the time, I say, why do you talk in past? It is in yesterday, 5 years ago, and then it's remind me, and it's like I can feel like, oh yes, why do I have to go there again? And like, not knowing, you go to that, you have that repeat thinking process also. You don't have to do thing. Your thinking process is repeating also bad thing. Oh, you have happened that one, that person. Again, its intention is like, negative, making a negative karma, because you don't need to commit that action, but mind thinking also bringing your karma, your intention is bad, and that means is like a how to purify your karma. Compassion include yourself too, and the me and myself, and that means how you love yourself, you have to love others the same way. And then whatever the harmful thing you not want to happen to you, you don't do to anybody else. And that is the golden rule of the Buddhism. If you don't like it to happen to yourself, don't do to others the same thing. And that is a golden rule. And then you love yourself same as you love others. That means you don't going to harm yourself. If you're going to harm yourself, you harm the other. If you're not going to harm yourself, is both ways. It has to happen. You have to, your intention should be not to do something I am not happy with to myself. Don't do to others same thing. Like, shouting, screaming, or even thinking badly is you feel like bad about yourself, if somebody doing to you, and don't do the same thing the others. And that's another the golden rule. And this the awareness, the other one, the deep awareness, interconnection with the life, with the deeper awareness, who I am, what I should do, and what, my perspectives. And this also good to have a good karma. And I mean, the whether some people say, oh, I am Muslim, I am Hindus, I am Christian, I don't believe karma. It doesn't matter. It's your beliefs doesn't matter for the karma. It's a mechanism. Whether you believe the spiritual or religious thing, whether you're not believing anything, karma is mechanism of the life cycle. It doesn't matter, you believe the next life or this life, karma also is mechanism. Because why? Whether you like it or not, your samsara will go, and you believe it not, it happening to you. But hey, it doesn't matter. You don't have to believe. It is like your samsara or anything like that. Do good deed in here. Do good things in here. That's what is Ayurveda says. And this Buddha says sati, practice sati right now. Don't dwell on the past. Don't go to the future. Sati means just now. The right now is you have to focus. Right now, do you have, a place to live, eat something to eat, and do right thing, and your mind is calm, and that is always practice the moment you are in. And that's another thing. And, and this, whether you believe or not, this karma, I think is we call is act of kindness, honesty and everything is like to have a good karma to your life. Even you don't believe anything of anything what I say or karma, and this is act of kindness would be really good deal for your life, and that's what is Ayurveda says. And um, the immediate impact of your karma, and anger is their own punishment. Love has rewards. Anger always have punishing you. Like you feel bad about yourself, you feel bad about others. Anger is always punishing you, punishment. It feel like a punishment. Love is feel like a reward. And which one you practice is up to you. That's if you know the karma, you can practice whatever you want. And it says holding onto anger like holding onto hot coal with the intention to throw it. The holding it, anger mean, holding is something you're burning. Your intention is to throw it, but until you're throwing it, what happened? You get burned. And that is karma. As long as you feel like this is burning, this something is I don't have to keep it on me, within me, you throw it, let go. And otherwise what happened? You collect the karma, the burning, the anger is like a karma. And let go, purify your mind, and do some kind of act like that. And that means you can have a good karma. And like in Ayurveda or Buddhism mostly, how to practice this mindfulness called kusal. We call kusal. You call chitta. Chitta means your heart. Kusal means the merit, good merit, and is called somanas, jnana samprayukta, sasankari. That mechanism has to go through your mind to have a good karma. And that good karma means good intention. Good intention mean these three things. And the karma now, and need to have now intention. How to practice good intention. Somanasa. Somanasa mean pleasure, doing pleasure. For example, you give a 20 pounds for a person who begging, and you give that. You have to be pleasurable with it. Like how your heart going to be like exploding with some kind of pleasure. I give, not I give. I appreciate myself doing that. I feel happy myself. I feel pleasurable doing that. And that is the first thing, intention. And jnana samprayukta means awareness within you. Not like somebody says so. Awareness has to come through you. You go with a friend. Oh, there's a poor person. Can we give her 10 pounds? I will give her 10 pounds. And can you give her 10 pounds? And somebody influence you to do that. Awareness. But awareness has to come through you. The pleasurable, whatever you give to somebody or do in the action has to be pleasurable, and not anybody say you to do that. You have to do your thing yourself. You have to wear you doing it. And sasankar. Sasankari means not expecting anything from it. It's hard deal. If you do something like that, it's called kusalsit. And that one is the liberation. Liberation to the, like nirvana and nothingness. You have to have this three way. Your intention should be like that. Somanasa, jnana samprayukta, sasankari. Sit or the chitta is given you some kusal sit, chitta. Like this is the way to pathway to the liberation or the heaven. But there's a but, okay? If, I really don't give my 10 pounds to that one. I don't feel, because I don't have any money to myself. But you still feel like I should give something, and you're giving it. And is there some kind of good karma? Yes. But, something missing. 30% of the kusal, chitta, is missing. You don't give with pleasure. It won't make you happy to give something you have, and your heart is, you know I should give, and you're giving it, but your intention, your pleasure is not intention, your pleasure is not there giving it. And that means some kind of good karma, but something missing in here. And we call it like punya karma. Punya karma means it is good for the next other lives. For example, when I talk to you about the Sankhya philosophy, we have known some place, like in here, earth, and the 36 or 6 heaven world. Or, you remember this ahankara, paramatma, jivatma, this kind of thing, you remember maybe. And the human world and down world, like hell world. And heaven world, hell world, and human world. Human world is having a pain and pleasure. You see, human world having a we are playing a game. We have pain, pleasure, and nothingness sometimes. And when you go to the upper world, only the pleasure. And hell, only the pain. We are in a playground. We can select pleasurable or pain. But when you go up there, it's like you have only the pleasure, sukha. There's no dukkha. And punya karma, or this karma, some karma affecting to you to go to this place. But you're not going to nirvana, nothingness. Full liberation is not there. For liberate, you have to have somanasa, jnana sampayutta, sasankari, mind, the thoughts. And it's give you the full liberation, the nirvana. And other than that, that's some good deed you do. There are. Say, for example, you're going to give some alms given to 100 monks. And then you said, oh my God, I don't have time. I have to do that because somebody says so to me. And you're doing it. And it's a good karma. But something is missing. Your awareness is not there. You don't want to do that. You want other people to see I'm doing it. And it is also you doing something good. But something missing. And it's called punya karma. Punya karma means you knowing it. You're doing good things, something is missing, but still some kind of good karma is with you. It's a punya karma. Lot of people doing is a punya karma. Punya karma means to go to somewhere, be a good person and go to heaven. They give you, like somebody say, give $100 to the charity of the cat because cats die. Give some people something. And morning to evening appealing that, okay, somebody's dying, starving, give your money. And that means somebody saying to you and you listen and giving. And your intention is not there. And you feel like, okay, no advertisement and nothing you listening. You say, okay, I should do something because I should have the pleasure doing thing. And pleasure me to cook something for 5 homeless people. I feel like I'm so happy doing that. And nobody say me to do that. I doing that. And I don't know who you are. I don't want anything from you. And that good karma. And it is intention. Not there is no intention. And doing this karma, you don't feel like pain, pleasure. You don't feel like I am over the moon. No. You feel like, oh, I'm tired, I'm exhausted, I'm so upset, why I have to do that. Not pain, no pleasure. There's neutral. And end of this sit or the kusal or the chitta, the thinking, you gain nothing. No pain, no pleasure, you gain nothing. But you don't even, not the intention to go to heaven either. That's wrong as well. You do practice this. For not even practice it, your intention should be doing it. And that means that's the way to go to heaven. That's the way to making less karma to yourself. This one, less karma. There is no karma. This is normally is enlightened people have that. They're eating, there are no pleasure or pain with that. They're having somebody says something, though there's no pain, no pleasure or anger or hate or greed or there is a zero. Chit, sit is there. Zero is all blank. It's like stay in a completely blissful situation. You can't make them angry or sad. You can't make them hyper or lower. You can't make them, praise or, anything. And then the person is practicing that they stay in the blissful place. And that means your karma baggage and less. That's how you have to, end your samsara. If you want to practice that, but it's like the best thing is we came to this place. We came to the play. And if we don't play, we out. We don't play. We don't feel like anger, hate, this, that, and enlightened soul, they go in enlightened. Enlightened mean they just go in enlightened. The enlightened mean not, going the heaven world to the human world and beyond that, feel like, you just vanish with the, the universe and nothing there. You're not coming back. And it is a hard deal, but that's the way it's like not collecting the karma to yourself. Okay. And thank you.